Konnichiwa! So it has been a while since I've been on our DIY scene, so I thought I would take it upon myself to do something useful today. We just bought these little bamboo rods and I'm hoping today to make some kind of curtain rail out of them. As you can probably see, it's getting kind of hot, getting a bit sunny in Japan right now, so it's about time we have some real curtains in here, so let's do it. Okay, so in addition to getting those little rods, we also got these little curtain hangers. So we're hoping it'll be as easy as just putting it in there and putting something to stop it sort of rattling around. And it'll look something like that. So kind of fitting with the natural woody kind of Japanese theme of our van. For those of you who have watched our previous videos about our van conversion, you might have noticed that we have a kind of theme going on with our van. So in one of our previous videos, we showed the little blackout screen, which I turned into a kind of Fuji mural. Our sink, if you're observant and you checked our last video about our sink, you'll notice that our sink is actually from an onsen too. So finally, the thing that we are going to hang up our curtain is inspired by an onsen. So you probably can't really see it. You means like hot water. So we have a little men's onsen curtain. So when you enter an onsen, you'll see one of those. So I'm just going to thread this through and actually see if it fits because I haven't checked yet. The idea is to try and make it like as traditional as possible, keeping like the kind of natural theme. We'll see if it actually fits on the bamboo. Oh crap, it's a little bit big. Okay, so it's gonna have to be like scrunched up a little bit for the size of our pole. Okay, so I don't know if you can actually see this. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Yay! Little onsen curtain. I don't know about you, but I think it looks pretty cool. And then because of the way it's split, don't need to do any tailoring or anything. You can just put it like that when we're driving, I hope. Alright, I haven't decided which curtain I want to put where yet, so I'm not going to put this up just yet. I'm going to cut this other one. I just measured it. It could look kind of ridiculous with two. I'm not sure, but we need one for the front anyway, so it's kind of not a question I need to be asking now. So I'm going to cut this, decide which one to put where, and screw them up. So I'm trying to get some idea of how this is going to look. With those curtain pole hanging things, it actually leaves a lot of space at the side. Oh, you cannot see. Allow me to demonstrate. Once you put it in, assuming that it's like there, it does not work because our roof is not flat. And also you have so much space at the side. So yeah, ain't gonna work. I think we're gonna need some kind of cup here to keep it. Just slot it down like that. And then you can move it right to the end. So that might be where this DIY project stops for the day until we can get to a DIY store. So my plan is to turn this extra little bit of bamboo into some kind of handle or rail for our cowl. Maybe I made that too big though. So that is all from me until we can figure out what to do about those curtains. So another day. Okay, so we're back on it. We figured out what we are going to do with the curtain. A little bit of inconsistency, as you can see that our sink is not done yet. We're waiting for the plumbing, so that's why we're onto the curtain today. So we've got this little pipe you might be able to see inside. This little wire to try and fix it up, just like you would with a regular curtain. So alright, let's try and stick it up, shall we?
Should we fix it too?
Yeah, a little old lady handle is probably too big with the bikes.
Should we put the bike on C?
Yeah, maybe. We're not really sure, like, with the handles if it's gonna fit here, so... Okay. I should have really checked that. Oh, my bad.
Take it out?
I guess. Ugh.
Small one?
Yeah, sure. Fine, right?
まあまあまあまあギリちょうどじゃないこれでいこう
Okay, little toilet roll holder. Damn it. I guess it looks kind of cuter like that, but it kind of looks like a toilet roll holder. Okay, so towel, toilet roll holder, now onto the curtains.
What's with the bikes?
Yeah, we need to know where we can actually have space for the curtains. I think we're going to need to cut them. They're much longer than I thought. Oh no! so after much trial and error and probably quite a lot of swearing, I finally managed to sew up our curtains, and I've stuck them on like one of these little wires that I guess you kind of use for net curtains, so I can show you like that. And it's very simply just going to hook up on the front. So this is kind of how it works. We hook it up, and then because this bit's kind of droopy, we have this hook in the middle, and there you have it. And when we're sleeping or like we need a little bit extra privacy because there's obviously this kind of gap, we're just gonna stick it to the side like that with a magnet. So there you go, that is our curtain. Also, another neat trick, or I think it's kind of neat, when we're outside not sleeping and want a little bit of privacy, we can also hook it up here. So it works both ways. That is our front curtain, and I think it's pretty cool, even though it doesn't really suit the like Oshare cool tones that we have going on so far in our van. So what we've got left to do now is to put the back curtain in, and very similar to what we did over here with our little like towel toilet roll holder. I'm also going to make one of those here so we can put our sandals, our shoes when we're not using them, and then hopefully our little van will kind of start to come together a bit. So let's get on with it. So I've got this little panel and this bit of bamboo, and basically I'm gonna stick them together, stick this in the wall and hope that that works. So let's see, shall we? Okay, so that's kind of done. Now, all that's left to do in terms of screwing things in is hanging that up there somewhere. But I think I need a helping hand for that, so now we wait. We're back at it. So my little shoe rest thing has had a rethink. So we found this other one which I couldn't find. We're gonna put it on. We realised though that shoes don't really fit, so we're gonna put it as like a stopper to make this part clean, and then put some hooks. So I guess you'll see that in a minute. It's kind of hard to explain, so you'll see.
Okay.
We've got these little hooks from the 100 yen store. They don't exactly match, but it's fine because they're just gonna get dirty anyway, so. Okay, I mean, they do look a bit
Wonky?
very wonky, but it's fine. Just for shoes. That's a nice solution, right?
Can we do it?
Probably. I imagine it's the same.
こっちでもいけるってね。いいね。
And they don't quite hit the floor, which is good.
ちょっと
Easy
行
to
きたい
do.
なっていう時はもうプルッカ。
Easy. Alright, so we've made this now. That's where we're going to put our shoes when we come and go, like our sandals, so day shoes. And then we have a little storage area over here. So just to put our shoes like that. It's quite a lot really. You could probably fit like 2, 3, you could probably put another shelf in actually, but good for storing them like rainy weather shoes, not sandals, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of easier for me to see now that you're helping.
ここ?
Or on the...
Yeah.
Is that annoying? I don't know.
こっちの方がよくね?
Kind of covers up some, it doesn't really cover up any of the holy bits.
いや、ここかな?
Is it like stable? So the question is, will you be able to see when you're driving? Okay, back at it again. So we ended up taking it off, and I feel a bit bad about this because it's like an antique. I got this online, like an antique curtain, but I decided to cut it in half because it's not safe to drive when it's attached together. Okay, so we've had the executive decision from Bear, if you can hear me, that it's going here and not here on our door, so we can just move it, hopefully. Yay! Oh. Men's onsen. Oh, it looks really cool! Or maybe that's just me, I don't know. Yeah, so this is a men's entrance, right? Yeah. Okay, all that's left to do for the interior design is the seats. Let's get out of this rain, shall we, for now? Next time. The next task in terms of material stuff and interior design is sorting out this mess. So our cushions finally arrived, and it was my job today to try and piece them all together and figure out how much material we're going to need and eventually sew them all together. So there's one seat and I guess the back piece. Second seat. I do not know what is going on with this. Excuse the bedding on the floor. Our room has been condemned for DIY purposes. So these two are like completely, oh, that looks like cheese. These are completely the wrong or different sizes. So this is for like the little back bit, but then there's this bit which is much bigger. So I guess maybe we'll have to cut it ourselves. But yeah, I think I've figured out now where they're all supposed to go. Now I gotta measure it all. So you can see I kind of glued them down, but it didn't really stick very well. So that's the awkward one that confused me.
Just
Yes, we need to cut that one. They're quite heavy, aren't they? Is it too big? This isn't really in properly though.
Hey. It's alright. Let me try. Oh, yarka!
I'm more worried about the space you're gonna have to sit.
It's fine. It doesn't really change.
Not really. Oh! Static shock.
ちょうど。
Well, fine for me.
Good.
But it's amazing, that website, you just like put in the dimensions and they cut it all for you apart from that bit.
It seems like everyone does it in Japan.
Yeah, like the same website, right? Like some people cut up like old sofas. We probably should have done that with the mess that our hamster made of our sofa, but for the perfect fit. Nice. I could sleep here.
Me too.
It feels like it's gonna be like really soundproof too, right?
Okay, let's cut it.
So we need to cut that little bit. I've seen people using jigsaws online. Are you sure you don't want to use a jigsaw?
だるいじゃん。
Because then it'll be all uneven if you do it with scissors. This part is like really, it makes it like quite hard for your back in a good way, right? And then this is like the squishy cute part. Like me.
So we cut it. ここか。一回こんぐらいやるわ。無理。まあこれシザースでいけるけどね。頑張って。これ？
Terrifying.
あ、いい。すごいいい。
They're good for that kind of thing then.
ジャパニーズソース使いましょう。よし、これ見て。
Okay.
どう？
Oh, fine. Perfect. Okay.
いいね。
Oh, okay. There we go.
There we go.
Perfect. Good job.
じゃあ、きれいにします。
Okay, so we got our seat material. Now we gotta cut it out.
Yeah.
Stitch it together. So there you have it. Not bad, not beautiful, but I'm pretty impressed considering I didn't really pay any attention in home economics class. I was too busy being the cool kid knitting instead of actually learning to use a sewing machine. So it works. Let's put those poppers on. Alright, finally on to the final one. Yes. Let's get this done. Okay, this is where I have to confess something. I messed up the previous one. Ugh. Because of the curved corners, I cut this huge hole and then I realized that the curve is going to be on the popper side, so I now have to try and mend this and figure out what the curve shape is for the popper side for both of these. I don't know how to do that. Help. I finished. Okay, let's test it in the car tomorrow.
Hey.
New day! It's time to see if they actually fit inside, what they look like. It's kind of basic material just because we want it to be hard wearing. Don't judge me on my sewing techniques, please, but let's get these in, shall we?
Okay.
First one going in. We're kind of realizing now that we probably should have cut it in half so it's easier to access our boxes, but whatever.
We can just do it.
It's nicer for like a bed, right? They kind of remind me of like doctors' waiting room seats. They're not the most attractive thing. Okay, okay.
うわ、ちょっとでかいな。
Push it, push it.
あ、スクシュファイン。あ、お、
Oh. Wait, that looks professional AF. I don't even give a S.
あ、なんだ。
I was so worried it was not gonna fit in. I mean, they look terrible. They really do look like cheap doctors' waiting room seats. They're not attractive at all. And they're kind of a bit loose, but it's okay, they fit. Is it comfy material?
Yeah.
Not too bad, right?
Not too bad.
There we have it. We have our bed. We just gotta get a duvet and a cushion and pillows and things.
Yeah.
I want to see what it looks like at the table. So, hi. Take this out. Take this out. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, back seats.
Looking good.
Excuse me. I mean, it's not the best back support, but considering how little headspace we have, it ain't bad.
あ、いいじゃん。いい。すごいいい。Maybe this is the last video for the big thing,
I think
right?
so too.
We did actually deadening for the front seat.
Yeah, so now just got like, you can't see it, you gotta put the material at the front.
Yeah.
Ooh, van life is starting! Yay! So this is
いい。
welcome to our onsen.
Yeah. 温泉だしね。
いいね。
いい。
Alright, thank you for watching. From now on, I guess it'll just be small modifications. We've done the big thing. Thanks for following us on our journey. Next on to the real journey.
せーの。じゃあねー。